committed, signed with Boston College today. Congratulations. Tell us about the decision to go from Savannah, Georgia to Boston.
Yeah. Obviously, it's a far move, but I do have a cousin up there, and I'm going to feel like home with him there. But when I was looking at my decisions for schools, I took into consideration the academics and the people there, the city, and it's a high-level football, too. Obviously, that's not the most important thing, but high-level football for me is big. So,
Colton, walk us through the recruiting process for a place kicker, because a little bit different, I would imagine, in that offensive line, you have 8-9 guys on scholarship at a school. Defensive line, even quarterback, 3 or 4. Most colleges only carry one kicker.
Yeah. Well, some usually have a kicker and you just have a punter. Maybe they split kickoff specialists or something like that. It's confusing from school to school. But we're kickers. We get picked last. I still know people in my recruiting class that have yet to receive an offer, but they do. They should have it. It's weird. You have really good kickers that are forced to walk on, and they end up making the NFL one day. It's crazy. We're picked last, but you don't need us until we need to make the game-winning kick. It sucks, but it is what it is, and you got to deal with it.
Yeah, Colton, I did want to ask you about the nature of playing the position. When you're going through the recruiting process, as BJ mentioned, there's a very limited number of slots available. And at the position, you have a very limited number of attempts to try to make an impression upon people. How much pressure is there when you have to go out and try to make a kick, and how do you deal with that pressure?
It's a lot of pressure. You only get a limited number of kicks. When it's actually time for the head coach to sit there and watch you kick, you probably get like 2 or 3 kicks in front of him. That's it. When I was kicking at Florida in front of Will Muschamp, we got 3 kicks and we were gone. He was gone. Literally, that was it. It's limited, but it's a lot of pressure. But at the end of the day, it's a game, and you're going to fall place where you belong. So if it doesn't happen, it's not meant to be.
Colton, and I wanted to ask you about that as the kicker for just what we were talking about. Is it, for you, you've been rated one of the top kickers in the country for a while. Is it all about going to the camps and getting your face in front of guys at kicking camps, or more about what you can do in limited opportunities in a game?
Well, as a kicker, yes, you do want to be able to perform in a game, but that's the first step of a recruiting process. You contact them, you send them your film, they check your film out, but most schools, I'm pretty sure every school I can think of has their policy, they need to see the kicker in person. So you go, you spend a lot of money, travel to them, hopefully you get the chance to kick in front of the head coach. But, you need to be able to perform in front of them and on film.
Colton, talk about the opportunity to go play in the ACC and play for Coach Steve Adazio, who's had a lot of success at BC.
Yeah, Steve Adazio, he's doing a great job over there, turning around that program. I'm very grateful to be able to jump on board with that right now. It's a big stage of football. I can't wait to get in with the team and start practicing.
Colton Lichtenberg, our guest here on 3 and Out on the Southern Pigskin Radio Network from Savannah Country Day, going to Boston College. Colton, best of luck to you. We appreciate you coming on. Congratulations again. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
And that's Colton Lichtenberg, place kicker. Had a lot of people talking about him before the season, BJ, one of the top kickers in the country. Boston College with Steve Adazio, came in late. He goes to Boston and going to be kicking in the ACC.
Well, kicker's a position. We talked about kind of the unique recruiting angle of most schools only have a kicker and a punter. Some have the same guy doing both. You have a real chance to come in and compete right away, play right away. Is there aren't many kickers on rosters when you're recruited to a school. So Colton's got a real good shot to go up to BC and to play right away for Coach Adazio and the Eagles. And look, Boston College is an up-and-coming program with Coach Adazio. They beat USC, took Florida State down where they lost, ironically, by a missed kick at the end. So I think Colton might have a chance to go play for a really, really good program there in the ACC immediately.
I thought some interesting thoughts on the kicking recruiting process where he said, look, you're the kicker, you're going to get picked last, but you got to hang in there and hopefully you get in front of the right coach to see you kick.
Yeah, and look, being a kicker's tough. These guys that kick at the college level, every one of them are awesome. One of my cousins kicks at D2, and he's incredible. You just don't have many slots. Like we said, when you're an offensive lineman, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys. When you're a quarterback, 3, 4 guys. And understandably so, you have multiple positions. But when you're a kicker, there's one of you, maybe 2 of you. And Kevin, as you know, you miss 1 or 2 kicks. It can be tough. Colton talked about that. So being a truly terrible freshman team kicker years ago, I got a lot of respect for the kickers out there.
And we appreciate Colton Lichtenberg joining us, also Brad Stewart from Benedictine for joining us. He's headed to Georgia Tech. When we come back, we'll chat with Jackson Gibbs from